Alright, good morning everyone. How many here listen to a podcast or any type of talk radio? You guys? Alright, it's one of my favorite things to do. I do it a lot. I'm going to be going over some of the benefits of podcasting today. There are many benefits. I'm going to go over the accessibility as well as the various topics that are evolved around podcasting. I'm going to go over podcasting uses in the classroom and in educational institutions. And I'm also going to go over how podcasting benefits your business. So there are many podcasts based on your interests. According to learningtimes.com 2017, there are over 150,000 podcasts online today. As well, one of the more popular companies or conglomerates that put on podcasts they're called NPR, or National Public Radio. According to MediaKicks.com 2017, in 2015, NPR podcasts had reached 2.5 million listeners weekly. It's a pretty decent statistic there. So basically, as I said, if you have a podcast, whether it's in gaming, politics, a lot of comedians, anything fashion, music, any interests that you have, odds are there's going to be a podcast centered around that. Which brings me into podcasting in the classroom. All the podcast apps are available as a default app on your iPhones and your Android phones. So odds are, if you have a smartphone, there's probably going to be free content that you can access. Another one would be iTunes University. You can actually access classrooms and seminars at any time, and most of them are free. For instance, I watched a psychology class from Yale University the other day. So it really gives you opportunities to get an education that maybe you can't afford to get into, or you haven't had that access to that classroom before. Now you can be a part of it. According to, what is it? I believe it was podcasthost.com, 2015, students actually listen to content more than they read and watch it. As well as journalism.org from the Pew Research Center. Studies show that a podcast actually helps people with different learning types ingest that content easier. Which brings me into business. Podcasting has many benefits in business. According to, Entrepreneur Magazine, 57 million Americans listen to podcasts. That's about as much as people utilize Twitter every day. Big companies like Netflix, General Electric, all these people benefit off podcasts, or there are podcasts that are centered around their companies, like these gentlemen right here go through your Netflix queues and discuss the different content that's coming up in the week, what's popular, what's not. And according to, it's one of my EBSCO hosts sources, but over 50% of marketers and agencies are now considering advertising on podcasts. I listen to them all the time. It's a good source of getting ad revenue coming their way and getting their ads pushed out into this medium. So overall, as I said, podcasting has many benefits. If you have any personal interests or things that you're interested in, there's probably going to be people talking about it. It can be very helpful in the classroom, and it'll also benefit your business. And I would suggest, if you're interested in starting one, you can go to this podcasthost.com and plan on how to start your own podcast.